we should go from this point to moving forward? I said, I think number one, you owe the community an apology because you didn't show up the first time. Yeah, it's a good message, you know. And they said, it's not a problem for that. They said, we should, I'm going to sit down. And I said, I also think you need to meet with the community and have enough time to explain anything anybody wants to ask you next time. And that's why we're here tonight. So we're going to take all the time, whatever it takes. Don't hold back anything. Just ask whatever question you want. Okay? All right, guys. It's yours.
We are men of valor. Who is men of valor? Hopefully tonight we'll find that out. A lot of people have been talking all kinds of things, who we are, but tonight you will find out who we really are and what we really do. My name is Rob Lopez. I'm the Executive Director here at Men of Valor. And I want to give you some little background and facts and figures about our ministry. We were started back in 1997, and we have been here in Antioch since 2006. And we have been in this neighborhood ongoing, both in transitional housing and also in our prison ministry. We have well over 4,000 people from over 200 churches and organizations who have supported us in the last couple of years. We have 17 employees, many of them are here today, and 15 board members. We minister to over 250 men in prison and over 30 men on the outside per year, with a 90% success rate for those who graduate our program. Let me tell you a little bit about our mission statement and purpose. We at Men of Valor are committed to winning men in prison and their families to Jesus Christ and discipling them on an ongoing basis so they can become givers to the community rather than takers, with the ultimate goal of reconciling men to their God, to their families, and to our community. And that's why we're here tonight, so we can talk to our community and we can become good neighbors. But before we continue our meeting tonight, like Pastor Vic said, I want to humbly apologize that this could not have happened any earlier. That was not our intention. We did want to come and speak to the community. But unfortunately, for unforeseen legal and political opposition, we simply couldn't do that at that time. But that was not our intention. I'm deeply, deeply sorry and ask for your forgiveness. But that being said, we're here now, and we're open to any questions here tonight. Now, I'd like to acknowledge some of our supporters and some of our sponsors here tonight. Pastor Vic, thank you for that lovely song. Praise be to God. Thank you for hosting our event here tonight here at Antioch First Baptist Church, and thank you for your support. I'd like to also thank Lighthouse Christian Fellowship, who we have met, who's also a sponsor and a supporter of ours. We really, really appreciate it. I also would like to acknowledge Council Member Tanaka Virtue. I think she's here tonight, and I want to thank her for coming. I appreciate that. State Representative Sherry Jones, I believe, is here tonight too, and I really appreciate her coming here tonight also. I'd like to thank our Men of Valor board and staff for all your hard work and for believing in these men and believing in us and believing in our community. And I also like to acknowledge and thank our Men of Valor men and alumni. In fact, men, anybody who's gone through our program, if you could please stand up. It's because of you men and your eagerness to honor God and honor your brothers and sisters that we have that 90% success rate. Praise be to God. So thank you. And last but not least, I want to thank you all for coming here tonight. I know a lot of you are very busy, and I know how it is. Personally, I have 6 kids, so I'm busy all the time. So I know how it is to take an hour or two out of your night to come and listen to us. We really appreciate it. So now, I want to give you a little bit how this evening is going to go. The first half an hour to 40 minutes, we're basically going to tell you about our program. We're going to tell you the ins and outs of it. We'll have different guest speakers and a couple videos. The last half hour to 45 minutes, we're going to open it up to question and answers. And like Pastor Vic said, whatever you ask, hopefully, we can answer them. I don't see why we wouldn't. So please feel free to ask whatever questions you may ask, and hopefully we can address any concern or questions you may have. So we want to start there. So let's start the program. And without any further ado, I'd like to begin the evening with our chaplain and our board member, and also Antioch resident, Sonny Lyons. Sonny, can you come up, please? Thank you.
Good evening. I greet you in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I am honored to be here tonight. And I was thinking back as I was sitting there in 1977, 39 years ago next month, Jimmy, that I went to work for the Davidson County Sheriff's Office. And I met the founder of this program, of this ministry. And when we met, he went on to get his degree, went on to do great things, got a bachelor's and a master's, and we stayed friends along the way, and later on, he asked me would I become a part of this ministry.
Arrest was like 18. I went from one thing to the next, in and out of jail. They told me about men of valor. And I was like, I said maybe 9-10 months into that, they assigned me a mentor, Mr. Melvin Richardson. It was so much love that was poured out in there. It's still mind-boggling for me. The love that he showed me helped me learn what I'm supposed to be doing, you know.
My goal in the next few minutes is to give you an overview of who we are as a ministry, who the men and the families are that we work with, and what exactly will be going on at Valor Ridge, the property next door. So before I start, there's two important things I want to say to all of you. One, I want to echo Raul's apology that it has never been our intent to appear disinterested in your concern. Our hope and desire is to be a great neighbor and a true asset to this community. Antioch, like Raul mentioned, has been home to Men of Valor for the last 10 years, and we love this community. We are hopeful that tonight will be a significant step in establishing what we truly believe will be a mutually beneficial relationship with those of you who live, work, and worship in close proximity to Valor Ridge. Second, thank you for coming tonight. It means a lot to us that you would be willing to come and hear directly from us. We understand and respect your fears and concerns, truly, and we have looked forward to this opportunity to talk with you about our ministry and respond to some of your questions. So again, the mission of Men of Valor is to win men in prison to Jesus Christ and disciple them, equipping them to re-enter society as men of integrity, becoming givers to the community rather than takers. So for us, it all starts inside the prison walls. And we currently have Men of Valor staff-led prison programs at 3 prisons, the CCA facility over here on Harding, DeBerry, and Riverbend, which are both out off of Centennial Boulevard. We'll be starting soon in the new CCA facility in Trousdale County as well. So our programming inside the prison has 2 main objectives. As I wrote this, it was really to hopefully address a lot of the questions and concerns I think you may have on the front end. So listen closely, but then of course at the end we want to answer any questions that have not been answered already. But the first objective inside the prison is to introduce men to the gospel of Jesus Christ, to tell them about God's unconditional love for them, to share with them his incredible plan for their life, and to help them understand their true identity. They're designed by God in his image with a purpose. We go inside the walls to give these men a very realistic hope for themselves and for their families. And this is a relationship-driven ministry. And we work really hard at getting to know these men. 1 Thessalonians 2:8 says, "We loved you so much that we were delighted to share not only the gospel of God with you, but our very lives as well, because you have become so dear to us." We have had dozens of men through the years who have actually turned down parole in prison. They could have walked out a free man. They turned down parole in order to stay in prison and complete our program so that they could join our aftercare discipleship program on the outside. Biblical journaling, scripture memory, meeting with Men of Valor staff for one-on-one counseling, being an exemplary inmate within the institution, being referred by a chaplain or other prison minister, being interviewed and approved by Men of Valor staff, and finally, by agreeing to and signing a contract to adhere to the aftercare programming requirements. As you might imagine, this is a huge decision in a man's life. As he's thinking, I've been locked up for however many months, however many years. Do I really want to submit myself to another year of rules and submitting to someone else's authority? Or do I just want to go out and do my own thing? Well, it takes a dedicated and a committed individual to make this kind of decision. And that's exactly what we're looking for. Complete surrender and a commitment to doing whatever it takes in order to finding the life that God has planned for me. These are the men who will be coming to Valor Ridge. We have established and are establishing more relationships with churches, other prison ministries, and chaplains in Middle Tennessee. What we offer at Valor Ridge is a unique and amazing opportunity for the right men. If these other churches or ministries have been working with a man for a significant amount of time during his incarceration, and they believe he is a good candidate for our aftercare discipleship program, we will go meet with him in person while he is still incarcerated. He will be given the same objective requirements that other men are given in order to qualify themselves for Valor Ridge. That entire list that I just gave you: journaling, Bible study, scripture memory, counseling, etc., etc. We will meet with him as many times as possible prior to his release, and then make an assessment as to whether or not we believe he is a good fit for Valor Ridge. And we regularly turn down men for a variety of reasons. There's a lot of men who want to come to be a part of what we're doing who we know are not fit, and we turn them down.